Hello, and I am Justin Alexander, and this is my growth mindset journal for week 3. First, I will reflect on my journey last week, and then I will focus on what I will be doing next week. Uh, and yes, I will be doing a fourth week. I don't know if I'm going to go on further than that, but I might, depending on, I guess, if I feel like it, and also if I'm seeing that I'm changing and changing for the better. So let's get into it. Uh, so last week I felt like it was a hard week for one, but I felt like I was starting to embrace my imperfections a lot more than I probably have ever done for some reason. Well, not last week, for this week. This week I have been starting to embrace my imperfections a lot more. I don't know exactly why, but like I just have, and I've seen my thinking around that change. I always view challenges as opportunities, so that's not really anything different. I don't think I really took on any challenges that I'm aware of, except for the challenge of getting up out of my bed, even though I felt like death. So I guess that is a challenge that I took on. uh, um, Trying to learn new learning tactics. As I talked about in my last video, I did implement the drawing and like trying to compress my notes into like a digestible form that I could remember, and I think it turned out pretty well because I could remember a lot. I didn't remember everything, and that exam was still hard, especially that last page. But I think I did. It worked out pretty well. So I think I'm going to try that when for my upcoming test that I have on this Tuesday. Um, I might also try a different learning tactic. Maybe I don't know what exactly that will be yet because I haven't like to be honest, I haven't started studying because I've had other things that I had to do. But I will start studying since it's not on a Monday as well. So I have time. Um, Valuing the process over the result. I think my thinking has changed a bit because like at the beginning of the semester, I was more into like, oh, I'm going to get all A's, even though that's a good goal to have, but like I wasn't thinking about like, oh, I'm gonna like learn. I'm gonna learn everything that I need to learn in the time that I need. Um, and I've been doing a much better time, much better job of that uh, during this part of the semester. My grades aren't perfect, and I am still trying to get as many A's as possible. But um, I've definitely learned a lot more in like this part of the semester than I have in the other part of the other yeah half of the semester, um, or other 2/3. Well, I would say half. Yeah, half. Valuing the process over the result. This kind of ties in with like wait. Oh, I guess I skipped over one. Thinking of failing as learning. I I haven't really done that much for this school year, but like I mean this like week, but I kind of I now that I think about it, like I've kind of always like at least for a school as far as school failing has always been like part of my learning process because like I've always implemented what I learned from the previous semester into the following semester so that I could do better. Um, but like I guess changing my way of thinking of like learning being failure, failing being learning. It's just probably going to take a bit more of time because like it's kind of been ingrained to like my personality. So that will probably take some more time. But I can probably just keep saying that failing is learning, like to myself a few times. Well, not a few times, multiple times a day. Because I was supposed to implement that last week, but I forgot because it was crazy. Um, focusing on the speed of growth rather than, I mean, focusing on the growth rather than the speed of growth. Haven't done really that much with that this week, but I don't really know. Like, I feel like those, like, at least thinking of failing as learning and uh, valuing the process over the result, and as well as like focusing on the growth rather than the speed of growth is kind of like something that's going to take a longer period of time and probably wouldn't just change from just doing one simple thing. Um, portraying criticism as positive. I don't think I've really encountered much criticism this week, but I've been thinking of it as more of a positive thing, a way to get better. Uh, yeah, so I don't I'm I don't think I can really do much as far as that, but it's been getting better at the very least. Taking time to reflect, as I've said before, I reflect in this journal. Uh, to be honest, I don't do it every day because I sometimes forget, but I do it when I do do it when I think about it. Um, and for the most part, I can remember what happens like relatively each day and how I felt going through this challenge. Cultivating grit, I already have that. Make a new goal for every goal accomplished. That's kind of already been part of my lifestyle, as I said in the last video. So I don't really have to do much for that. I don't think. Take ownership of my attitude. At least for this week, it was really hard to take ownership of my attitude because usually when I'm sick, I'm like super depressed. I don't want to get up. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm just so I don't want anything to do with anybody. But like the fact that I was able to get through this week with a relatively good attitude um and I got up out of my grave every morning is most definitely a difference. I've There's been a difference, a change in uh, myself. Implementing the fish philosophy. Um, I did not really do that much as far as the fish philosophy this week because I wasn't really at work this week because Tuesday. Wait, no. Yeah, it was Tuesday. I was like super, super, super sick, and I didn't go to work on Tuesday, but I did on Wednesday. But like I was also sick. I probably could have done a better job, at least on Wednesday, of being there more because like I was kind of out of it. Partly because I had an exam earlier that day, and then like I don't. It's just like I was just so tired and sick, and just all this like I was exhausted. But I can do a better job of that next week. Um, as far as what I'm gonna do in the coming weeks, well, the coming week, um, I did, I didn't do the um like writing out what imperfections were bothering me, but I didn't really have any imperfections at the moment that were bothering me. Maybe because like I feel like in general I've gotten a lot better with just like embracing my imperfections. So maybe I'll just have to think about something. If I see that there's some place that I'm lacking in, I could do something around that. Um, Viewing challenges as new opportunities. Um, I don't know about any challenges in self improvement. I guess I could do something like That's revolves around writing. Um, because like I don't think I'm that great of a writer, but I really don't know like how I would go about that. I guess I'll have to think about it. As you've noticed, I have a lot of. I guess I have to think about it because like it's gonna probably take some time to just think of to develop as something to do or a goal to reach. Um, Try different learning tactics. I will probably try to do that with my two exams that are coming up. Especially for the exam that has a lot of information. I don't know. I probably won't use the same tactics as the last time. Maybe I might. I mean, well, as for this exam, for the exam for this class, because it's a science class, so I guess I'll have. To, I really will have to think about what I should do, but I'll come up with something. I'm gonna skip over thinking of failing as learning. Well, no, I won't actually. I'll skip on over the next two because, like as I said earlier, it's those things are probably going to take a lot more time than than a semester to change. But thinking of failing as learning, huh? I guess I could make a poster in my room that says "failing is learning," and just like whenever I wake up in the morning, I look at it. I don't know, but maybe it might help. That's why I'm here to experiment. Portraying criticism as positive. I don't know what else I could do for that, but like just keep doing what I've been doing. Um, which I don't know what things I've been doing. I just like I guess thinking of it, just the thought thinking of it as positive has just made it become more of a positive thing. Even though, as I've said in the previous videos, it a little hurts, but like what's a little pain in the long run of getting better? Um, uh, and then skip 8 because yeah, and 9. Making a new goal for every goal accomplished. As I said, I do that in my everyday life. So yeah, taking ownership of my attitude. I don't know. I guess I could make a poster for that as well. Choose your own attitude. um, Implementing the fish philosophy. I can do better to be more attentive. In being there. Um, yeah. Well, that is the end of week three's journal. Grow.